We're going to look at it. So foul there on Indiana, on Hull there. But then that is a technical.
That is a technical. Dead ball, contact technical.
It's a little surprising to see so many of these happen in one game because...
Oh, and I don't like the way Lexie Hull...
The Indiana Fever rolled into Minnesota already beaten up. 5 players out of action. Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Chloe BBY, Sydney Coulson, and Ari McDonald. Even then, Odyssey Sims hobbled onto the court just to give them a shot at competing. But the toughest blow of the night didn't come from injuries. It came from the refs. Lexie Hull takes a clear elbow to the face from Kayla McBride, and somehow the foul is called on Hull. Caitlin Clark absolutely lost it. Can you blame her? The Fever aren't just battling injuries anymore. It feels like they're battling the officials too. With the playoff race heating up, the question has to be asked. Are the refs stacking the deck against Indiana? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because something isn't adding up here.
Every time a game happens in the WNBA, somebody's getting abused, somebody getting beaten, somebody is getting hurt, man. Somebody is getting hurt every game in the WNBA, and they just fail to realize this, fail to have any protocols on stopping the nonsense, man. My goodness.
Imagine stepping onto the court against one of the league's toughest teams with over half your roster wiped out. That's not a figure of speech. That's exactly what Indiana was up against. Caitlin Clark? Out for over a month with a groin injury. Sophie Cunningham? Done for the season with a torn MCL. Chloe BBY sidelined by a knee issue. Sydney Coulson lost to a torn ACL. Ari McDonald shelved with a foot injury. 5 players, gone. That left Odyssey Sims, signed on a hardship deal, basically the backup to the backup to the backup of Caitlin Clark. She wasn't even close to healthy, but the Fever were so desperate, she had no choice but to suit up. Just listing those absences is exhausting. Now imagine actually trying to compete at a professional level with a roster that thin.
The Indiana Fever's injury bug is getting into spooky territory. It seems like there's a new player every single day that's getting injured. Right now they have Caitlin Clark out, not sure if she will be returning this season. Sid Coulson out with a season-ending ACL tear. Ari McDonald out with a season-ending fracture in her foot. Sophie Cunningham out with a season-ending MCL tear. And then just today, before the game, they announced that Chloe Bibby would be out with a knee injury, and basically they just said it's soreness and they're just playing it safe.
This avalanche of injuries didn't just take out Indiana's stars, it ripped apart the very foundation of their rotations. Entire guard and wing depth, gone. That's left players like Lexie Hull and Kelsey Mitchell carrying workloads that border on impossible. Just look at what happened 2 nights ago, again against Minnesota. Hull was forced to log a career-high 37 minutes and drop 23 points. Not because it was a breakout showcase, but because there was literally no one else to do it. That wasn't luxury scoring, it was survival basketball. When your starters are asked to give more than they ever have, every possession turns into a mountain to climb. And sure, Hull has the talent to put up numbers like that on any given night, but demanding it every single game just to stay competitive? That's a brutal, unsustainable burden.
Lexie, did you come into tonight kind of expecting to play darn near the whole game just with the injury situation and the personnel available?
Damn, you played 37 minutes.
I mean, you played a lot too, Kels. What did you play? 35. I mean, yeah, we're down people, so gotta suck it up, play a little tired a few minutes, and take in those timeouts as best we can. But yeah, I mean, we're down people, so everyone's got to do a little more.
Indiana's patchwork solutions have come in the form of hardship contracts. Bodies signed on the fly just to keep the roster alive. She Petty barely had time to unpack her bags before being thrown straight into the rotation. Odyssey Sims, already battling her own injuries, was suddenly expected to stabilize the team. Aerial Powers, another last-minute pickup, forced into heavy minutes with zero time to build rhythm or chemistry. All 3 were thrust into crucial roles without preparation, without cohesion, and with no choice but to figure it out on the floor. That's the brutal reality. A team trying to manufacture chemistry in real time while opponents pick apart every gap and weakness.
3 players in the last I don't know how many days, and 2 of those players are point guards, so not really. But you know, at the same time, our ability to make plays out of what we have, right? I think a lot of our spacing allows players to do what they do best, creates opportunities for them to be successful, and then it's just making the right reads and finding the right pass, on time, on target. And some of that is with experience with your teammates, and some of that is instinct. And so we are trying to do as much as we can to put players in position to use those instincts.
Even head coach Stephanie White admitted the level of physicality Indiana faced was beyond what this shorthanded roster could realistically handle. And beyond is putting it lightly. Every drive, every defensive stand demanded maximum effort from a lineup held together by threads. Yet Kelsey Mitchell refused to fold. She poured in 26 points, fought through traps, absorbed relentless pressure, and had stretches where it genuinely looked like she might carry the fever on her own. That's superstar-level grit. But when the rest of your offense is stitched together with players signed mid-crisis, there's only so far one player, no matter how brilliant, can drag you.
At this rate, the Fever are going to end the season with a completely different team than what they started the season with. And even the players that they're bringing in on hardship or that they're signing midway through the season, they're now going down with injuries. The season from hell would be an understatement on this team right now.
This loss had nothing to do with effort. It was about survival. The Fever clawed and fought through a nightmare scenario, showing grit even while outmanned at every position. But as brutal as the injuries have been, they weren't the biggest blow of the night. The referees made sure of that. What happens when even the officials become part of the battle you're fighting? That's exactly what Indiana faced. Lexie Hull, already stretched to her limit with heavy minutes, was grinding on defense when Kayla McBride swung through. Instead of a clean move, Hull took a sharp elbow straight to the face. She went down clutching it, and to anyone watching, the call seemed obvious. Clear, flagrant contact. But instead of penalizing McBride, the whistle went the other way, against Hull. The player who absorbed the elbow was somehow punished as if she caused it. The decision didn't just feel wrong, it left the entire arena stunned in disbelief.
And Hull is checking her jaw. Let's see that one again. Kayla McBride goes up, grabs the board, and she wants to get free because Hull has her kind of wrapped, and boy, that's a hard swing. They're going to review it.
Fans and analysts expected the review to set things right, but instead, it only made the situation worse. After slow-motion replay, the officials slightly upgraded the foul, yet still stopped short of holding McBride fully accountable. It was almost as if they admitted something was wrong, but refused to place the blame where it clearly belonged. Hull took obvious contact to the face, went down in pain, and somehow Indiana ended up punished in exchange. How does anyone justify that?
Boom! Right there. Oh my goodness. Boom! Right in the face, man. Right in the face. Now, like I stated, I get it. You might be mad that Lexie put her hand on your forehead. But fam, there is no reason for you to be throwing elbows to somebody's face like that. Come on, man. Throwing elbows to the face.
Across social media, Fever fans exploded with frustration. Was this just a one-off mistake, or has it become a pattern of Indiana being officiated differently? Because time and time again, when a Fever player takes a hard shot, whether it's a shove, a body blow, or in this case, an elbow, the whistle almost never goes their way. That trend is building a dangerous perception that the league is perfectly fine letting opponents crank up the physical targeting, so long as the team in blue and red is the one taking the punishment. And with Indiana already losing half their roster to injuries, the idea that officials are piling on only adds fuel to the fire. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you didn't, go ahead and hit dislike, I can take it. Either way, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a future update. I'm your name with Fast Break Files. See you in the next one.
Kayla McBride, 13 points for Kayla McBride. Hit Lexie Hull with an elbow. Foul on Lexie Hull. Hits Lexie Hull with an elbow, foul on Lexie Hull. I don't understand.
This was intentional. Now, if it wasn't intentional, okay, give it a flagrant one. I understand it. She wasn't trying to do it. Cool. But this was intentional. All right? She had malice on the heart with this one. Bad intentions. Okay? She was trying to wreck some stuff up there doing this one. Hey, let's just keep it a grand, man. Let's just keep it a grand. Kayla McBride was trying to knock Lexie right on her booty cheeks, but she succeeded at, fam. Knocked her clean out. Look.